Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic TBC and our Draenei Mage playthrough. We are in Darkshore today, and we're gonna head just a little ways to the north to Bashalaran and work on some of our lower level quests that we have to do here. Let's do that. The quest that we're leaving behind I'm not gonna be doing right now. So I do know that they're there, we're just not going to be working on them at the moment. Let's get some buffs going. We have some food and some water. Bag space could be better, but we have a lot of quest items we're carrying between the two zones that we're working through. Between Bloodmist Isle and here. So we can't really do a lot about the bag space. We do need to come all the way around here in order to go north though. Hope you guys are all doing well today, and I want to say thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you guys choosing to spend your time with me in Azeroth. What do we have over here? Some moonkin and a cave. We also have this. Maybe we should go do the red crystal really quick. We are pretty close to it. Are we going to have to fight through a bunch of moonkin? Potentially. Potentially. They're only level 12 to 14 it looks like, so even if we do have to fight a bunch of them, it shouldn't be too difficult. And actually with the level difference, we can walk right by the majority of them. You guys are level 13. Can probably avoid you for the most part as well. Alright, except for this one. Let's just deal with him. Now, I thought this was a red crystal. Ah, there it is. Almost didn't see it there. And we're going to have to use our crystal mining pick. Or not. Maybe that's not what we're doing. Maybe I should read a little bit more. That's it. We just discover it? Okay, is that all? I thought we were going to have to mine it. The mining pick must be for a quest back in Bloodmist. Because yeah, that's all we had to do was come over here and look at it, be near it. Oh gosh, that's a lot of moonkin, like, piled up right on top of each other. We're not going to get away from all of them. Let's do that. And we'll try to make a straight line for the Bashalaran quest. Oh, good. Just a little train of moonkin, no big deal. Jumping down here is probably a bad idea. This is our last green quest here. Once we take care of this one, then they're all going to be yellow. I think my goal is to get level 18, and then we'll head back to Bloodmist. So that's kind of the goal right now. We'll do whatever we have to do here to get the level 18. Once we get back to level 18, that'll allow us to do some of the more challenging stuff back in Bloodmist, and we'll head back. I don't think we're going to stay here and do everything. And a part of the reason for that is that I'm still on the fence with what I'm doing on this character. Part of me just wants to get through Bloodmist and see the Bloodmist story. And see all the quests, because I haven't seen them before. Not since actual Burning Crusade, or maybe I leveled the Draenei back in Wrath, who knows. But I never read the quests back then anyway, and I would like to see them all. Beyond that, I don't really know what my aspirations are on the mage. It's not a class that I'm very good at. It seems like it would be a very powerful class in a group, and it's also very powerful when we're fighting low-level stuff. But it lacks a few things, and one of the things it lacks for me is the ability to go from pull to pull and kind of sustain ourselves a little bit longer in combat. To what could I possibly owe the exceedingly special honor of a Draenei such as yourself as company? How would he know who we are? He's a spirit, right? So he wouldn't even know who Draenei are. Truly it says much of my current companions, with no offense to my host, the noble Grells and Satyrs, that your presence could be considered an improvement. But please, do not let my uncivil tongue drive you from this place. It has indeed been many years, decades even, since I had civil accompaniment. If I were to relate to the story of my life, I have no doubt it would surpass the limits of your patience. Let us say that mine has been a long and painful life, and this spectral form is perhaps the worst torment of all. I am being held here by the means of magic. Though my words may seem disingenuous, I assure you I would be grateful beyond words if you would help me find my means, the means of my imprisonment. This quest is so stilted in how it's written. He wants us to go fight things until they drop an item. Let's just leave it at that. Grell Earring. There we go, there's 1 out of 8. That's a pretty sad drop rate. Let's go ahead and drink a little bit. Yeah, when we're fighting stuff that's a low level, it's okay. Our kill rate is pretty good. We can kill about 3 or 4 enemies before we have to really worry about getting our mana back. It's when we're fighting stuff that's at level with us or close to level with us that we really chew through our mana. And it really makes a process that's already pretty slow. Like leveling up in TBC is already pretty slow. It just kind of makes that feel worse. There's a lot of downtime, and having that much downtime doesn't really work with what I do. I don't know how exciting it is to watch somebody sit and drink between almost every pull, but I can imagine that it is probably more exciting to see some motion, some action, and some progress. And mainly, even if you were to say, well, you know, I don't actually mind, I like listening to the music and the ambience and your thoughts while you're drinking. You know, our character sitting for 20% of the playthrough, that's not fun to me. And it's something that I know eventually gets on my nerves. So far it's been okay, but mainly it's been okay because we came here, and now we're able to crush the lower level guys pretty quickly. Had we stayed in Bloodmist, it would have got tiring really, really fast. Because those guys were actually pretty tough to deal with at level 17 and 18, with us at level 16. We were essentially spending all of our mana every pull. So yeah, I have a lot to think about with this character. Like I said, I think my goal right now is definitely to finish Bloodmist and see all that stuff, and just kind of see how I feel about it after that. And I know a lot of you guys who watched the Mage playthrough back in the day, you told me that not a lot had changed. I do read all the comments. Sometimes you have to experience a thing for yourself for it to really sink in, and yeah, that's just kind of what it is. It's funny, the other day I was considering doing another warrior, and my brain did this funny thing where it completely deleted our Season of Mastery warrior from my memory, like experientially. When I thought back, like, hey, I haven't leveled a warrior in a while. We haven't rightly leveled a warrior in a while. Like, leveling the warrior in Season of Mastery was a lot different, I feel like, and also Season of Mastery is not the Burning Crusade. But yeah, when I did realize, well, you know, we did just spend almost 100 hours on a warrior. Maybe we won't be doing that again soon, unfortunately. It is probably my favorite class, though. So I thought maybe a hunter. Whatever we're gonna do, it's gonna be Alliance side. We have some Horde side playthroughs going, and I usually like to have an Alliance playthrough and a Horde playthrough going when we're talking about TBC and Classic. It's nice to kind of have both. And one thing I'm trying to do is just to be more straightforward with you guys about how I feel about a playthrough and whether or not I'm going to continue it. And if I'm not going to continue it, then talking a little bit about the reasons why not. That way it's not like a huge surprise if like videos stop coming out and it's like, why did you stop playing this character? You were enjoying it. Well, if I talk more about how I honestly feel about it, then it won't be as much of a shock. Whenever we're not playing it as much anymore or at all. Oh, we got a shield, the War-Torn Shield of the Bear. Looks cool. Looks cool, nothing we can use. It's really hard to believe we only have one earring so far. These guys are really not being kind about their drop rate, are they? Of course, now that we complained about it, it's picking up a little bit, isn't it? I do realize that we are out of mana. Probably not going to be a big deal dealing with a level 11. Although our wand is not doing a lot of damage. Anywhere from 11 to 15. Oh, 11 to 16. Let's go ahead and drink. After doing a little bit of reading, I feel like besides the warrior, the druid probably has like the highest uptime. Like if you were to go feral and go with a cat druid, you could basically go, you know, from pole to pole as long as you're working mainly on single targets. That could be something. I mean, you guys know probably a little bit how I feel about the druid. I never really resonate with it because I don't like being in the shapeshift forms all the time. Can't see your character, can't see your gear. It's kind of a bummer for me. I know like something so aesthetic, like something so based in aesthetics shouldn't affect somebody so much maybe. You should be able to appreciate the class for what it is, but I guess when it comes to class, like aesthetics are basically all there is, right? It's like the look and feel of your class and your character while you level it up matters a lot. So even though the druid might mechanically be really well suited to how I want to play, I've tried in the past and it hasn't gone very far before I'm kind of tired of it. Could do a hunter. The hunter has mana, of course, but I feel like you can manage it a lot better than you can on the mage. The only downside of the hunter is I don't really like pet classes very much. The only exception to that so far that I found has been the retail demonology warlock was a ton of fun. I loved summoning in all the imps. I thought that was a really cool fantasy just to have a bunch of demons out doing stuff for you. And that's really been the only time that I've liked having a pet class. And like the pet, like our actual Felguard pet was just kind of like a non-thought. He was there, he was doing stuff, but it wasn't really the root of the class. Whereas I feel like on a hunter, your pet and your pet damage is a much, much bigger part of the class. So I'm not so sure about that either. Enhancement Shaman would be a lot of fun, I think, but that would have to be a Horde side playthrough, and I'm not really looking to do anything on the Horde right now. I mean, it could be a Draenei, but yeah, I'm not going to level another Draenei up right now, obviously. And there we go, I think I've talked through most of the classes in the game. We have our Blood Elf Paladin on the Horde side that I'm now slowly stepping back into. Now that I've gone away from trying to use Seal of Command, that class has been more enjoyable to me. And then we have a Rogue as well that will probably see the light of day again. I did enjoy the Rogue. I got a little hung up on the poison quests, and that was a little bit of a bitter pill. So, yeah, sometimes that kind of stuff happens. And there we go, there's 8 out of 8. Indeed, the Grells of Bashalaran do not possess that which I am searching. However, they have come into contact with it recently. Recently, I would reckon that by your time, not mine. Recent for me stretches into the veil of the past, almost another age. If the Grells have come into close contact with the seal that binds my eternal prison, I suspect I know the cause. No doubt the seal has come into the possession of the satyr that lead them. I feel strongly that this must be true. One of the satyr must surely possess it. If you can obtain it, you would bring me so close to passing the bars of my prison that tears are coming to my eyes just reading this quest. I don't know what about it strikes me as completely off. It reads like someone practicing writing something, but it doesn't really feel like good writing for this game. Yeah, it feels bad. It feels bad. The more you play the game and read the quest, the more you know that like not all quest text is created equal. There are huge variances in the quality and the interestingness. Yes, I made a new word. We'll call it interestingness of the quests. Some of them are well written and decently interesting. Some of them are horribly written or horribly boring. This one is kind of a mix of the two. It's really badly written and it's not very exciting either. We're gonna kill this rare because why not? Let's see if he has anything. Oh, he's got some trousers of the monkey, some leather gear. Nothing that we're gonna use. Oh, hi! Hi there, how are you? Oh, you just totally ignored that. Perfect. You're a level 12, but you have a shockingly high resistance to our Frost Nova. Perfect. We are trying to get down to the satyrs. Unfortunately, there are a ton of these guys in the way, and there isn't really a better way to work towards them, except for clearing all this stuff again. It's too bad it doesn't stay dead for more than a couple minutes. Alright, level 17. We should probably go ahead and look at our talents here. Let's see, we were going back and forth. Let's go 1 into permafrost. That'll get us to increasing the duration by 2 seconds of our chill effects. And further reducing their speed when chilled. Where are all the satyrs? I guess we're gonna go this way towards the one we see in the distance over here. I don't really see anybody else. And from these guys, we only need 1 item to drop, but between there not being many satyrs and a non-100% drop rate, who knows how long this could take. We're having to fight a lot more wild grell than I would like, especially considering that they're not worth any kill experience. That feels pretty bad. We didn't lose this now that we're level... Oh no, okay, good. Kinda got worried that since we leveled up and hit 17 that maybe we lost this. But it's not showing as gray yet, so we should be okay. Do I see any satyr alive at all? No, I don't, actually. Let's check the other side of the hill here and cross our fingers. No, this is all grell. Oh wait, I see 1 satyr way back there, behind the pillar. Let's work our way slowly over to him. And we have another inside the pavilion here. Maybe we should drink a little bit. Let's do that. Because there's also a grell back there that we might aggro by pulling this one. Oh, a big resist there on the either the frost bolt or the fire blast. I can't tell which one he resisted, but he pulled a resist on one of them. Maybe with these 2 corpses here, looting one of them will net us the item. Hey, there we go. Maybe we can go up here. See if we can avoid any of these guys on the way back. No. No, we can't. So, instead, let's just pull a bunch of them. Freeze them. Like that. And try to range them all, I suppose. That's fun, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, I highly doubt you're all gonna follow me all the way out here to the road, are you? Alright, after millions and millions of years, or whatever he said, he's free. There we go. Destroy the ancient moonstone seal at the ancient flame in Amatharan, and return to Asterion in Bashalaran. Oh god, we gotta head back down there? Okay. What else do we have going on? We have... River Sample over here. We have Scabberstalks. Do we want to head north and do this stuff, or do we want to focus on the level 14? Yeah, we're gonna go back to the south, okay? Yeah, we have this other stuff to do, but I wanna get the lowest level quest done first. I want to kind of tackle that in an order. Firstly, because it's going to be easier to clear those, and secondly, well, if we don't need to do them, then if we don't need to do all the high level ones, I'm not going to. Like I said, my goal right now is to get us to level 18. And once we're level 18, we're just gonna go right back to Blood Mist. If I were for sure gonna continue this character past Blood Mist, I would probably do everything here. Eventually, we would jump back and forth, but like I said, more and more I think I just really want to see Blood Mist, and then we're gonna move on to something else. Something that isn't a mage. The mage is a really, like, thematically interesting class that I probably have to accept that I'm never going to enjoy playing in any expansion. We tried it in Classic, we've tried it in TBC, I've tried it in retail, and it hasn't panned out. Before we head south, let's go turn this one in. And this one we need to fill the empty water tube at the Aberdeen Moonwell, and then investigate the red crystal along Darkshore's eastern mountain wall. Okay. Eastern mountain wall. That would be along this. Don't really see any objectives out that way. Okay, well, let's keep heading south, shall we? You know what? Our bag space is not doing good. Let's fix that before we go anywhere. Because that would be an unpleasant surprise. You are not a vendor. But you are. Do this. And I think that is about all we can do to empty our inventory out.
Good luck,
Oh, I guess we can fill one of the tubes right over here. Yeah, this is Aberdeen. I don't know why I blanked on that, but they did say by the eastern mountains. Alright, so we need Pathfinders and Wind Talkers. So pretty much we're going to clear the entire camp, it seems. That was a big resist there on the fireball. Somebody has been through here, and it wasn't us. Quite a few people, largely druids, which is about what you'd expect. A couple of Draenei shaman, and then us, a paladin and a hunter. Time to drink, and time for me to drink some coffee. Alright, so we're only looking for Pathfinders now, however we need a bunch of them. It also kind of seems like on the mage, the most effective thing to do is simply to spam Frostbolt. Which is fine, and like, in saying that, I admit we can do other things. We could freeze and wand, we could do a fire blast, we could work fireball into the rotation. But the most mana effective and DPS effective thing seems to be to stand at maximum range and spam Frostbolt. And you know how I feel about the big one-button rotations. The retail mage, all we did was spam arcade missiles. That seemed to be the best thing to do. Maybe we will try a druid at some point. Isn't TBC when cat druids got mangle? As like an extra button to spam and press? Pretty sure it is. At some point in my life I did level up a druid because I healed on a druid for a while in Wrath. I remember healing Uldamon for a bit on my druid and actually doing the Uldamon 10-man hard modes while healing on the druid. That was a lot of fun. Some of the most fun that I've ever had in World of Warcraft was when my guild was doing 10-man hard modes in Ulduar. That was what really cemented me as like thinking, yeah, raiding is what I want to do, man. Raiding is fun, it's exciting, it's great group content, it's challenging, it's rewarding. It was the height of raiding for me, and after that, I had lots of fun with raiding in different expansions, but never as much as I did in Wrath. But looking back on it, I don't remember leveling that druid at all. I don't have any like real firm memories of what it was like to level it up or anything. But his name was Zenkin, and he was a healer. I remember that. Oh, you respawned right away. That's very, very nice of you. Yes, thank you for aggroing us too, I appreciate that. And there we go, 8 out of 8. Let's head down here and let's destroy the seal. Then we have to eventually go back and talk to that guy again. I'll have to talk to Mr. Worst Dialogue in the Game guy. Yeah, he's been around for 10,000 years, but he hasn't learned how to be interesting at delivering his quest text. Oh, we don't have buffs on. How long has that been a thing? Somebody will let me know. Complains about being out of mana, but doesn't even keep Arcane Intellect up. Hello, noob. Let's just see what we aggro going in here. There we go. Yeah, we'll fight what we aggro, but not a big reason to fight anything else at the moment. And we're drinking again. Yeah, that mage water just isn't doing it. We drink all of it, and we're not even at full mana, so, you know, that's an issue. Alright, let's run back. We could use our Hearthstone. We could use our Hearthstone, but maybe we'll wait. Maybe we'll Hearth back after we turn this in and get the Cliff Spring River sample. I mean, the other good thing about being a druid is that we wouldn't be the best tank, but we could tank if we needed to. We'd be a good single target tank. I think that in BC, I'm pretty sure druid tanks have a hard time with AoE. I don't know if they have any AoE. Do they have swipe? I know they didn't get a lot of their AoE tools until, like, it might have been Wrath or Cataclysm, I don't know. But it wasn't until later that they got some decent AoE tools, from what I recall. But, you know, we could get into dungeons that way pretty easily. We could also heal. We'd have to keep a couple of different sets of gear, which is something that I haven't really done in Classic. Nobody on Alliance side looking for low-level dungeons. I feel like the Horde side has better access to some low-level dungeons. We have Dead Mines on the Alliance side, but Horde side gets Ragefire and Wailing Caverns. I guess Alliance gets Stockade. I guess Stockade must be a little bit of a higher level. Didn't see Stockade listed.
What brings you here?
Lost Master, your skills have already helped me in my endeavor. Could I impose on you again to help Grimclaw and his master Volkor? In addition, I can craft you a magical cloak that will allow you to walk unhindered by Darkshore's creatures while you look for him. To create the cloak, I'll need 5 fine Moonstalker pellets from a Moonstalker sire or matriarch to have enough material.
May the stars.
Okay. Oh, that's a level 20 quest. Yeah, we probably won't be doing that one at all. Let's find our way to the north here, and we'll talk to our buddy Mr. Bad Dialogue. Turn in the quest to him, and see what's next. Yeah, I just don't think I can stare at a low-resolution cat for the entire playthrough. That's like my problem with the druid is like, yeah, we're gonna be staring at a cat. And that's gonna be the whole thing. You know, we'll be a bear sometimes, I'm sure. You know, sometimes we'll be a bear. I wonder if in BC they changed it. I remember back in Classic Vanilla you had to shapeshift out of your animal form to talk to quest givers. I wonder if that's still the same. That was a pretty horrible experience. I am freed. I can now see with my own eyes the changes that have come to our world. Only bits and pieces have I known. To think that when I last walked freely, the well still stood, and the Highborn held court with Azara, our beloved queen. This guy's history, like, should make him a font of really interesting lore. But whoever wrote this quest, yeah, they need some pointers. But they probably don't care because they're like a systems designer or a quest designer, and they're not a writer, and they were just tasked with writing the quest, so they wrote it as best they could. And that was it. Yeah, he's all done. He's done with us. Let's come up here and at least get the... Let's get the cliff spring water. I don't know about the rest of this stuff right now. I guess we're going to have to do a few more things here in order to hit level 18, so maybe we should do Fruit of the Sea along with this. We can turn in the Tower of Athalax, but I think that's going to chain into something that we can't deal with right now. But let's come up here and have a little look. Let's get the cliff water first, that way if we decide that we don't want to deal with anything else, we've at least done that and we can hearth out. There are Moonstalkers up here, but not the ones we need for that level 20 quest. They said we needed like a matriarch or a sire. Are we gonna have to go down to the bottom? I'm gonna try to fill this at the top. If that doesn't work, then we'll try the bottom. Requires Cliff Spring Waterfall. Yep. There we go. So we have to be on the bottom for this. It happens. And now we're looking for encrusted tide crawlers. Okay. Here they are. Let's see what the drop rate is like on you guys. They're level 18, so they're not going to go down as easy, which means we are going to be going through mana. Probably at a pretty good clip. Oh, so both the blue ones and the white ones are going to drop the item. The blue ones seem like maybe they're a little bit of a higher level. Potentially. Could just be coincidence so far, but yeah, this guy is level 19. And he has quite a bit of health to eat through. Let's try our luck on one of the lower level guys. 1 out of 6. Kinda wish we had Blink. That would be helpful to get range on somebody after we freeze them in place. Lots of barnacled clams filling up the inventory as they like to do. And yeah, the drop rate here is not going to be good. Big surprise, I know. Yeah, see, we'd have to just keep buying melon juice. I get really tired of trying to use the conjured water because when it only fills half of our potential mana, it just seems like a big waste of time. We sit down for the full drink and it doesn't fill us all the way. Feels very unsatisfying. So yeah, spending money on melon juice is probably the way to go. Or whatever at-level drink that we have access to. Which we won't get access to another drink until I think level 25. Which is crazy that to think we'd have to go almost 10 levels without getting a better water because even the melon juice is not going to be great for much longer. It's going to start leaving us, you know, 2/3 of the way full, 3/4 of the way full, but it's going to stop filling that bar up pretty quick. Ugh. I hate having to open these. If we don't, it's going to quickly fill up the inventory. I think we can go ahead and say that this drop rate is really, really bad. Really, really bad. We got a Mystic Cape with Agility and Spirit on it. Okay. What's that look like? Hey, why not? It's a pretty color blue. Looks like a little blue throw rug that we've just wrapped around our shoulders, but it is a pretty color, so let's wear it for a little bit, shall we? I know we're not benefiting from the agility at all. We lose the stamina. We gain 1 spirit. At this point, I probably could benefit from the spirit more than I can benefit from the 1 stamina. That being said, we're not going to benefit from either of those things really at all in any noticeable way. Starting to think that maybe we want to be killing the blue ones. Maybe the white ones have a lower drop rate. That's really all I can think of for why this has been so punishing. Okay. Still nothing. I keep waiting for like the tables to turn and then I think we're gonna get a bunch all at once, but it keeps not happening that way. Trying to stay hopeful though. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it leaves you feeling even more desperate. Hey, that's 2. That's bad, but it's better than having 1, I guess. Inventory is full. Yeah, that's not good. Part of me says we should probably just go back, fill the empty the inventory out rather. Yeah. I really don't want to be leaving all this stuff on the ground. That's true. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go back to town. We're gonna empty our bags, and we're gonna take a little break. And we will resume this next time, guys. I have a little bit of thinking to do about what I want on the future of Burning Crusade on the Alliance side. I really just want to get this character to 18 so we can see the rest of Blood Mist. That's my objective here. And then we'll talk, and we'll kind of go from there. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate all the support. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth sometime soon. Bye now.